Random Rockers. Yeah, it's been a while, and a special thanks to Rita Brown for this and the next movie review, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This one, Arrival. And this movie stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Forest Whitaker, mostly, and it's not your typical invasion type movie. It has more of an educational vibe, I guess. I could see certain people in using this to, in a way, display how to deal with communication skills, I guess. In a weird way, I guess. And these aliens, basically 12 ships land on certain sections all over the world, and of course Amy Adams along with Jeremy Renner have been recruited to help. One, of course, via Jeremy Renner's character being a theoretical scientist, actually, not physicist. Amy Adams being very well known for doing language stuff, and especially having her own classes, and apparently it is said that she's worked with the government before. And before she winds up getting hired to figure this out, as I said, and surprisingly enough, and I'm trying to remember who directed this film, but I know it's directed something else. I just can't think of it on the top of my head. If you know, leave it in the comments below, and then it might jog my memory, I guess. So I know what to expect of him in the future, because he's definitely on my radar, especially the person who helped with the cinematography. It's visually quite a good-looking movie. It's definitely, forgiven the fact that apparently it's kind of slow, in a similar sense to how The Accountant was, though not as forward-hitting in terms of subject matter, as I had mentioned in that review. If you haven't read the title, you would have figured it out by now, but yeah, this movie's damn good, and is definitely going to make, this might be on Martian level good, in terms of more in that level of sci-fi, sort of more dialogue driven, I guess, to a degree, and a film that probably could have not turned out as well as it did, but wound up turning out, but it actually did. It was done very well. Very well. There are some people that may or may not get into the twist, even though I kind of spoiled myself before I went into the movie, and it didn't really bother me how they handled it. And I'm going to have to tell you this, because it probably is necessary. It's not a spoiler, but it is a thing that you will have to pay attention to detail with about this movie, and that's maybe something that most people will be turned off with. However, I will give you some of the small keys that will help you with this film, and given that it is apparently slow, you'll be fine being able to figure it out. Basically, the first few scenes you see in the movie, and our first encounter, and the first phrase and sentence, phrase or paragraph, I guess, you will hear from Jeremy Renner's character is something which apparently she's quoting Amy Adams' character that said something that is key, massively a key to everything, and will probably be able to be helpful in allowing you to accept the twist in the movie. That is all I can tell you. It's not really a spoiler at all. There's no spoilers with this. I recommend that you don't necessarily go by other people's spoilers, or else you'll just be like, it'll turn you off. But no. These are the things you need in order to really get into the movie. And that's kind of all you truly do need to know. Overall, I did enjoy this film. The twist was great. I thought the twist was fine, even though I already knew it ahead of time. Amy Adams definitely shines in Maybe Jeremy Renner is good for what he is there, even though it's mostly Amy Adams that is the lead in this role. I know people who hate dealing with apparently having females as leads in roles, which I call bullshit on. As long as you're actually good at your damn job, it doesn't matter what fuck it if you have or not. Jesus Christ, man. Get over yourself. Hell, I'm surprised you didn't vote for Trump. Ugh. So you didn't vote for Trump and you went for someone else. That wasn't Hillary. Now that that's off my mind. Overall, this movie is great. It rocks. It's making not only my top 10, probably my top 5. Just like what I said with The Martian was for last year's. In terms of like a really good, solid sci-fi that engages you in almost all aspects in a way. And it's definitely dialogue heavy, but it's kind of it's not a fairest description, but if you like how Pulp Fiction was in terms of how it did dialogue, though mostly this film, though not as vulgar or anything like that, nothing in the Quentin Tarantino style of dialogue, but in terms of the ability, the execution, and engaging you in the movie, just off of pure dialogue is something of that level to be said for sure. And that's definitely going to help. And I guess if you have liked Pulp Fiction for that kind of execution and style, then you will definitely enjoy this. And maybe learn something in terms of how to deal with communication through speaking, through forms of any form of language, whether it be written or verbal. It's quite awesome. I mean, you may have to watch it a couple more times in order to really kind of learn even more out of it, since there's so much other little details going on in the movie that you have to pay attention to. So, again, overall, this is awesome. Rocks all the way. What did you guys think of Arrival? Leave a comment below, let me know there, or go to my Facebook, like, and follow me there. I also have Google Plus, which anyone who probably has YouTube will have Google Plus anyway. And I'm not as involved there, but, if you want to leave a comment there, I guess, and I might respond, we'll see what happens. And a couple people that try to respond on a couple videos, my Transcendence one, Peter Punk, I think, on that one, and then some other guy tried to respond. For some reason, they didn't go through, and I wasn't able to touch them. I'm sorry. I don't know if I said that before in another video or not, so I figured I'd say it now. And also, if you like this video, rock that like button with thrust if you must. And as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking, and I will see you in the next video.